Cadillac land over here.
Strategically spilling beans today.
Last fill up. Good morning, everybody. We're over here at David's house and we're picking up the seed tender to do beans. Today we're gonna head into town, pick up our beans from Pioneer, so we're ready to start planting beans tomorrow. We're ahead of the ball. We're ahead of the game. Ahead of the ball game. Getting things prepared, getting things ready, getting things in shape before the madness happens.
We're ahead.
Yeah.
We don't know. We'll soon be behind, but we're ahead right now. I just thought of this. David's wife's at work, the kids are at school. He's over across the road planting beans. We're gonna buzz by and stop and raid his refrigerator, see what he's got. Maybe he's got some beer, snacks, whatever. Never let a trip go to waste. Not only is David a true gentleman, but he lives over here. He lives over here in God's country, where that's the roughest piece of ground that David farms. It's all the Cadillac land over here. So we're just thankful that he takes pity upon us to help us out.
Got the seed tender loaded up, and now it's just a waiting game. David's gonna be coming over here today, it sounds like, instead of tomorrow, because he's got almost all his beans planted over at his house. We're gonna plant about 120 acres of beans, so it might take him a day or two to get that done. Average seed population, how many seeds we're gonna put per acre is about 130,000, and it'll vary depending on different spots in the field. We might put some more someplace, we might put less in another place, but the average will be about 130,000. And yeah, we're aiming for 70 bushel beans. Anything above that we'll be even more happy with, but that's a pretty decent number. That's what you try to shoot for. And so it's just a waiting game. As soon as David gets over here, we'll get started and we'll get to planting some beans.
YouTubers, how are ya? Strategically spilling beans today. That's right. Planting baby tofu seeds. When it comes to beans, typically we've always dropped about 140,000. This year, Tork and Sawyer are using a prescription. So they take yield data from the last couple years and they mash it all together, and then that tells the computer here how many seeds to drop per acre. So that's the method we're using this year. I think it's opposite of the way that it works for corn. Like when you're planting corn, you want to plant high population in your high yielding areas, and it's the inverse of beans. You want to plant higher population in lower yielding areas of the field. So you can see right there, that's what we're dropping right now, is 128,000 seeds per acre. This kind of paints the picture for you of what we're doing today. There's the shape of the field, kind of jacked up. You can see all those colors, and then those colors coordinate here with the population. You got 145 on the top, 130, 130, 130, 160, holy jeepers, 140, 140, 120, 120, 120, 160. Wow, there are a lot of holy shoot balls. Well, that's interesting.
While David's planting, we're gonna be up here moving pigs around, sorting everybody out, and making sure everybody's got the even amount of pig space, because we have a lot of empty pens to fill up. All the mats are gonna go up, we're gonna move all the pigs around, and everybody's gonna have a lot more room and a lot more variety when it comes to what feeder or what water they wanna drink out of. We're going from that nursery stage to that feeder pig to finish stage. We're kind of transitioning. after overstocks go out. Some of you might be thinking, man, that's a lot of pigs. Maybe they should take fewer at a time. When the pigs that you already put in the pen come back and they want to see what's going on and they come back on you, and then you got pigs that you're pushing to try to get to the pen, they kind of all commingle together and pile up on each other. But once you start getting at them and yelling at them, they'll start going and it makes it easier. But when you got pigs that are coming back and you got pigs that are going to the pen, it's just a big cluster. But they're moving pretty good, so that's nice. That's a great group. That's a great pen of pigs right there. A lot of room, a lot of room.
There you go, there you go, hey. Come on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48. Holy cow. That's exactly what we needed. Sawyer likes to put me in the corner up here because it reminds me of being back in school. Yep. They always set me in the corner. Hey. Hey. Come on. There you go. It's about time for pie.
I hear there's a debate about the old mechanical drive planters versus the new electronic planters. We used to have that system on this planter. I showed you before, but that drive system over there, that little wheel that runs on the ground wheel, ran a conglomeration of chains and then a bar went across the planter. And it would physically turn each row unit. When you get down to the end, and I'll show you this, that thin little line right there is ground that hasn't been planted yet. And then the other benefit to this is there's another little spot there where row 2 ran out. So with the ground drive system, you wouldn't know where to go back and replant. I mean, you would know which row ran out, but you wouldn't know how far back it was. Well, with this deal, I can pick the planter up, turn around, go right back over that spot, and fill that row in. There'll be a little bit of a skip there, but at least you'll cover that row up. The other thing is, and then with the swath control, that's these buttons down here. When I go back on my last pass to do those last 2 or 3 rows, it'll automatically turn off all the others and will only plant those 2 rows. In the past, you'd have to get out and go to each individual row and turn each row off. I'm going back over what I just went over, and you'll see right there, row number 2 just turned on, and now it's filling back in that spot that we just missed. For some reason, row 1 always likes to run 2. And then there, when I got to the point where I turned around, now all my rows are engaged.
Alrighty, so we got all the pigs moved around, and as you can see, they're loving it. More room than they've ever had before while they've been here. They're finding all the new places to lay around. They're making new buddies. It's like going to college for the first time for the pigs. They're meeting all their new friends, all their new dorm mates, and they're loving every minute of it. Got more feeders to eat and drink out of. They got 3 feeders. They're laying down. They're enjoying the new space. Got a little bit of fighting going on, but not a crazy amount. I don't see much going on right here in this pen. So overall, good to have it done. Glad to have it done. And now it's just up to the pigs to just keep on eating and grow up to be big and strong. That's all we can ask. Little afternoon update for you guys. Sorry for the wind noise, but David's going. He's kicking ass and he's taking names. He's done about 70 acres. He's got about 50 acres left. So David right now is averaging about 20 acres an hour, and the planter will hold about 30 acres worth of beans. So every an hour and a half we'll have to fill him up. And so we filled him up. He's gotten filled up about 3 times so far. He'll get filled up here in about, I'd say half hour to 45 minutes. Last fill up for plant 2023.
I know.
How do you feel, fellas?
I feel good. I feel a lot better if my corn's up tomorrow morning.
Yeah. I hope it's the last fill up.
Yeah, I don't want to do this all over again. We're gonna throw a couple of spare bags on just in case he needs a little to finish.
Then we floated the keg.
Party's over.
Party's over.
Time to go
Wise
home.
words. Time to go home.
Well, there you go, YouTubers. Plant 2023 is in the ground. It's been fun having you ride with me. It's been a long month. Granted, 2 weeks of that we spent waiting and wondering and kicking the dust in the mud. But no, we finally got her all in. We'll look forward to seeing you next fall when we see just how well we did.